What's the deal? It's me, Manny Wilson. Why haven't you checked out therunusa.com? We got articles about sports, finance, business, entertainment, everything. And if you want more, just let us know. The Run USA is the vessel that gives all content creators a voice and a platform to showcase their work. If you want to be heard, go to therunusa.com. If you want to write something or voice your opinion about a topic, go to therunusa.com. If you just need something to do, go to therunusa.com. It's the Run Podcast with me, Manny Wilson. Let's get into it.
Turn my headphones up. Yeah. All right. Man, let's get it. Let's get it. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Run with me, Manny Wilson, season 2, baby. Let's get it. Can I get a round of applause or something? I mean, damn, it's been a minute, yo. It's been a minute. But no, man, I'm geeked. I'm ready to start it off. I don't want to get too much talking and all of that, but we gonna kick it off. Applying Pressure, J. Cole with the song. Let's get into it. Okay. Cole, we heard you. We heard you, baby. He said, if you broke in whatever it was. I don't remember the verse. Long story short, man, let's get into this Milwaukee Bucks and Brooklyn Nets, bro, because this, to me, right now, I'm going to jump into this first because, honestly, to me, this is the most interesting series that we have in the playoffs right now. Your boy Bron, for all your Bron fans out there, the boy got sent home. He on his way to Cancun. He on his way to Cancun as we speak, even though that's an inside joke, whatever, all of that. But long story short, the Phoenix series was good. It's been a couple. That was probably the best first round one. This one between Dallas and the Clippers. I'm going to get to that later as well. But to discuss the Milwaukee Bucks, Brooklyn Nets, two big stars, multiple stars, actually, when you look at the Brooklyn Nets. Long story short, Brooklyn played amazing. We're not going to sit here and act like that didn't happen. That happened. Brooklyn played amazing. The Milwaukee Bucks, they played very, very bad, honestly. And if the Bucks, they want to have some kind of hope of even possibly winning this series, then Giannis going to need some help. Chris Middleton, he got to step up. And Brook Lopez, all these people who usually make these open threes and catch and shoot, stuff like that, and little mid-ranges, they going to have to show up. Because when you play Brooklyn Nets, you damn near got to play perfect. When Brooklyn is playing like they did last night, where KD is in his groove, you're not going to stop KD. You can't double-team KD because there's Kyrie Irving. You can't double-team Kyrie Irving because there's KD. And James Harden didn't even play. So when James Harden comes back, it's going to be even more of a problem. You get what I mean? So now, not only do you have three superstars who can spread the floor, you also got people like Joe Harris who can knock down treys. The backup PG. Don't remember his name at this moment, but y'all know who I'm talking about if you watch the game. He played overseas. He played for the Phoenix Suns. He been around. He been balling for a minute now, but he's a great backup PG. He comes in, does his thing. Blake Griffin playing defense and making open shots. That you like, man, that is great basketball from the Brooklyn Nets. And as much as people don't want to admit it, the Brooklyn Nets played great defensively. They clogged up the paint when Giannis was trying to force his way through there. I mean, and when he did kick the ball, they rotated as they should. Unfortunately, the Bucks did not make their threes. They was not making their shots. And I'm gonna be completely honest. If the Bucks was making their shot, we probably would have watched a different ball game. Because I think let me check real quick. The total of their field or their 3-point percentage. They shot horrible. They shot terrible. Let me pull this up really quick. Yeah, so the Bucks from 3-point percentage, they shot 20%. They was 6 for 30. I mean, damn. You had, oh my gosh, 6 for 30. Chris Middleton alone, his field goal percentage was 6 for 23. Like, damn, Chris. So he got to play better, man. He got to play much better. He shot 0 for 5 from the 3-point line. He got to step up the same way he did in Miami, or when they was playing against the Miami series. Because during that series, the Bucks looked like juggernauts. Like, if you was watching that Bucks and Miami Heat series in round 1, you just knew the Miami Bucks was about to come hard. You knew they was about to go ahead and go crazy as soon as they advanced the next round. They looked like a team who was going to be rolling strong and most likely go to the finals or something. And I'm just saying, I'm not saying that that's impossible or whatever. It is only game one. So I'm not by any means sitting here trying to tell you that the Milwaukee Bucks don't have a chance. That's not at all what I'm doing. And if you ask me, I've been rolling with Brooklyn Nets. I mean, you call me bandwagon, whatever. I like Kyrie Irving, KD, two of my favorite players on the same team. So I'm going to roll with the Brooklyn Nets regardless. However, besides the point, I would like to see Phoenix Suns do something. I want Chris Paul, Devin Booker, I want them to do as much as they can this year. If they win a championship, so be it. I wouldn't be mad. Now, getting back to the Bucks, another thing with them, they got to limit the turnovers they make. When you playing a team that's damn near excellent on offense or who you can't stop offensively, you damn near got to play an excellent game. Think back to LeBron and the Warriors when the Warriors blew that 3-1 lead. Yeah, I know y'all Warriors fans is sick right now. But long story short, the point I'm making is because when the Cavaliers came back from that 3-1 lead, Bron and them damn near had to play perfect. Anytime the Warriors made a mistake, they had to capitalize like immediately. It was no we can make mistakes and then hopefully get back into the game. No, when you playing a team that's that damn offensively sound, and that's a different story comparing the Warriors to the Brooklyn Nets offense. That's two different things. But the point is, when you're playing a team that's that offensively sound, where you know it's a very slim chance that you can stop them on defense, like you just can't make mistakes on your own. You got to make sure you're scoring and hope that they make mistakes and shoot themselves in the foot. Because, I mean, it's going to be tough. Like I said, you can't double KD. KD is going to get a bucket whenever he wants to. It's obvious. It's obvious nobody in the league can stop KD. He did it. He gave buckets. I mean, it's obvious. Do I even have to explain it? I should not have to explain that. It's obvious. But ultimately, if the Bucks want to win, they got to make open shots. They got to limit them turnovers. And man, Giannis needs help. Giannis needs help. Because, I mean, he did his typical thing of getting 30 points, forcing his way to the basket and stuff. And, I mean, that's cool. But ultimately, Brooklyn, they were not at full strength. And that may be a positive thing. It may be a negative thing. But ultimately, either way it goes, they got the job done. And that's what's most important. So coming out game 2, I'm expecting – I'm going for Brooklyn, by the way. But I don't want to be biased. I'm completely keeping this unbiased and everything. I hope Brooklyn wins the series. I damn near hope Brooklyn win the finals. But that's a different story. Long story short, if Milwaukee want to come back in game 2 and stand a chance, limit them turnovers, play as best defense as you can, because Brooklyn is going to keep scoring. And Milwaukee, they got to be as disciplined as they have to be. They have to be extremely disciplined on both sides of the ball, take care of the ball, and make sure they out there trying to just work and capitalize on any mistakes that Brooklyn make. If that's not the case, Brooklyn going to mess around and sweep their ass. But anyway, we're going to keep it going. Next topic, or next song, actually. We're going to get into the next song. The next song is Young Thug, Diamonds Dancing.
What's the deal? It's me, Manny Wilson. Why haven't you checked out therunusa.com? We got articles about sports, finance, business, entertainment, everything. And if you want more, just let us know. The Run USA is the vessel that gives all content creators a voice and a platform to showcase their work. If you want to be heard, go to therunusa.com. If you want to write something or voice your opinion about a topic, go to therunusa.com. If you just need something to do, go to therunusa.com. It's the Run Podcast with me, Manny Wilson. Let's get into it.
Okay, really quick, man. First things first, this is hilarious to me. I have to say it. I have to. For all y'all who go get irritated, your boy Brian, hey, that man is out in Cancun. You got to accept the loss, man. You got to accept it as a loss. He done sent many people's favorite player home in the first round, wherever it may be. He done sent too many people home for all the people who's happy to see him gone temporarily out of the playoffs get put out by the Phoenix Suns. All for 40 piece. By Devin Booker. It goes on and on. But ultimately, I do want to talk about it because some of the things I'm hearing is that, okay, well, if the Los Angeles Lakers, if they did not lose Anthony Davis, then they would have won either Game 6 or Game 7. First things first. Okay. Now, this is, of course, hypothetical. I typically do not like addressing hypotheticals for the reason that there's not a discrete answer. There's not a wrong or right answer. It's just opinion swinging everywhere. But damn it, this is my show, so I'm going to say whatever the hell I want to. Long story short, you can't really say that the Lakers would have won if Anthony Davis was there, because Anthony Davis did not miss the entire season. He only missed 2 games. That's no excuse. Anthony Davis played game 1, game 2, game 3, game 4. If he was that much of a damn factor, not to discredit the Phoenix Suns, because we know they're a great team. They clearly sent them boys home, so of course they're a great team. But if he was that much of a factor, it wouldn't even have gotten to that point where the Phoenix Suns could have had an advantage. It wouldn't have had an advantage in the first place. And I mean, you can't blame a person for getting hurt. There's nothing you can do about that. But at the same time, if a player is not healthy, he's no use to a team. And that's the sad truth about it. And that's any sport, literally any sport. Basketball, baseball, football, soccer, tennis, anything. Swimming. If somebody is hurt, they're no use. And I'm not saying Anthony Davis is trash or anything when I say that he's no use, but he played the games. He was not hurt the entire series. And then when you look at the games, I believe it was game 3. I believe one of the games he only had like 6 points. So how do you say, and yeah, granted it was a bad game, but how do you say, okay, well, he would have changed the series entirely if he was able to play? Okay, so game 3 wasn't important? This is the NBA playoffs. Or it wasn't game 3. It wasn't correction. Let me find the right game first before I say it was game 3. People are all trying to correct me, whatever. But no, it wasn't game 3. I think it was game 4. I'm going to check game 4 as I'm talking. But long story short, so game 4 wasn't important, or whatever game it was that he put up 6 points. Are you telling me that game was not important to win? Because Anthony Davis was not hurt during that time. He was not hurt. And for anybody who try and use the excuse, oh, well, LeBron's, his ankle. Don't do that. Don't do that. Because if his ankle was bothering him that damn bad, he should have been sitting on the sideline as well. So there's no excuse for game 1, game 2, game 3, and game 4. Game 5, even game 5, I still don't want to give you an excuse, because at the end of the day, the Phoenix Suns did what they had to do. Were they supposed to let up because, oh, Anthony Davis is not playing? Maybe we should try something different. No, they did exactly what they were supposed to do. They smelled blood, and they went and got it. They got as Jameis Winston say, go get the W and eat it. That's wild. But long story short, that's what they did game 6, and ultimately game 7, that's what they did too. There's nothing the Lakers can do about Anthony Davis being hurt. If he's hurt, that's what it was. They should have tried to find some kind of alternative. Andre Drummond, maybe. I'm typically always on Drummond ass, especially when he was in Detroit. Typically, I was always drilling Drummond. I was always dragging him. Like, man, it didn't matter. I mean, 2020s is great, but I was always dragging. But I must say, and you have it on record, the people closest to me know how I feel about Andre Drummond. But I will say, when he was in LA, or his time in LA, I don't know how much longer he'll be there, you've seen him play much harder. You seen him hustle down the court. You seen him actually try and do the best that he can. I've seen this man do a post move. I seen him do a post move. In Detroit, I personally did not watch him do post moves. It was just putbacks. But when he was in LA, he actually tried to play better, because he knew, and this is the root of it, I think he knew that ultimately he has a chance of actually winning an NBA Finals. That's a different discussion. I want to touch on, I'll break that down, but it may be a different time period where I'll break that down. But also, I mentioned game 4, Anthony Davis, 6 points. Is that what's the deal? What was this? Game 1, AD only had 13. He only had 13. So who says clearly the numbers were imbalanced throughout the series? And I'm not gonna hate on AD. Of course, obviously he's the best at his position in the game. Obviously, and if you ask me, he keeps at the same pace, he'll be the best to ever play at his position. Yes, that's a bold statement, but yeah, if you ask me, if he keeps continuing to improve and goes on, stays healthy, can get the job done like he did last year, has consistency within his numbers, and keeps developing his skill set, he will be the best at his position, the greatest to ever play his position, if you ask me. Although that position has definitely been altered over the years, because the same way people play power forward back when Tim Duncan and Kevin Garnett and all of them was power forwards is completely different than what you may catch Giannis Antetokounmpo doing or Anthony Davis. And that's I'm taking that into consideration. But also, ultimately, from a skill standpoint, if Anthony Davis continues to do what he do and improve, then, I mean, yeah, he's on the right track. But long story short, the whole point of even bringing that up is that one game, he give you a 30-piece within this series. This is just this. I'm just saying. This is just this series, and I'm from what I've watched. From what I've watched in this series, some days, and I know some people can testify because this also happened last year. Some games he come out crazy aggressive, balling, no remorse, gonna get the job done. And then some days he come out a little passive. He pull that Bron effect. You know, sometimes Bron will be on the same thing. Bron will come out aggressive. Sometimes he's passive. It's the same with AD. Sometimes he's passive. So who says in game 6 or game 7 he wouldn't have altered to that passing thing? And of course, nobody ever comes into the game thinking, well, I think I'm going to just pass the ball today. I think I'm going to just, try and set some picks, get a couple rebounds. Like no superstar comes in a game thinking like that. So that's by any means, that's not what I'm saying. Or by no means, that is not what I'm saying at all. But it turns passive. When you're out there and nothing is clicking and, you're not really touching the ball. You touch the ball, you swinging it. I mean, you start playing passive. You start playing. I mean, it just happens. It happens. But on the other hand, a person cannot say that, oh, well, the series would have definitely been different if Anthony Davis was playing, because game 6 or the other games, the games prior to game 6, which was game 1 and game 4, two out of the 4 games, and I believe Phoenix won those games. That I'm talking about. So Phoenix lost game 1, even though Anthony Davis only had 13 points. But, I mean, games he played, it wasn't like he was delivering 40 pieces every night. And I get 13 points is impactful, especially when they come at the correct time. But he wasn't there. He wasn't there. And if you ask me, Phoenix Suns would have still won because they wanted it more. At the end of the day, they wanted it more. They came out with grit. They came out with energy, tenacity, and they wanted it more. And to watch, I'm going to say this and then I'm done. To watch D-Book send them home off a 40-piece, damn near a 50-piece, 47, damn near a 50-piece was phenomenal. All right, man, we're going to get into the next song selection. So the next song selection, let me pull this up really quick, and then we'll get into it. So the next song selection is Larry June, You Gotta.
What's the deal? It's me, Manny Wilson. Why haven't you checked out therunusa.com? We got articles about sports, finance, business, entertainment, everything. And if you want more, just let us know. The Run USA is the vessel that gives all content creators a voice and a platform to showcase their work. If you want to be heard, go to therunusa.com. If you want to write something or voice your opinion about a topic, go to therunusa.com. If you just need something to do, go to therunusa.com. It's the Run Podcast with me, Manny Wilson. Let's get into it.
Really, ultimately, just the playoffs, man. We're going to kind of talk about the playoffs and what's been going down. I want to break it down by series, and that we had relevant series, though. Like, I don't want to sit here and then talk to y'all about the Atlanta Hawks and New York Knicks. I mean, neither one of them teams are about to win anything. Come deep down in the playoffs. So I just feel like there's no reason to really break it down and get into it, especially when I won't be talking about them much longer. And I partially feel that way too with the Dallas Mavericks or the Los Angeles Clippers. Clippers, I do want to touch on the Clippers. The Clippers, they kind of piss me off, man, because the inconsistency between the way they play is just insane. It's so insane. One game you watch, they're dominant, they're playing defense, they're hustling, And then the next game, game 3, whatever, I don't know. I can't remember exactly which one. I don't know. But you can damn near probably pull up any game and you can realize what I'm talking about. Or if you watch the games, you realize what I'm talking about. One game, they playing defense. Next game, they're lacking, broke, playing lazy, no intensity. Like, damn, man. This is a team. It's such a disappointment to me. It pisses me off because this is a team that's supposedly supposed to be like contenders for the NBA Finals. But yet they're tanking. They tanked so they can get a better game, so they can avoid playing the Lakers and avoid, like, come on, man, that's trash. That is trash. That is trash. How dare you? How dare you claim you're the best team in LA or you're the best team in the Western Conference, but yet you're avoiding competition? That is trash. Absolutely terrible, man. Like, I really don't get that. To me, that already lost a lot of my respect. So when I'm watching these games, I'm damn near finding myself cheering for Dallas because I'm like, this is insane. Like, you know what? Dallas already put up a hell of a fight because they sent it to 7 games, had the advantage going into game 6. So I'm like, I found myself damn near cheering for Dallas as I'm watching them play the Clippers because I'm like, you deserve to lose. You damn near handpicked your competition, and yet you're still struggling with them. Like, it's no excuse for that. So for the Clippers, they lost a lot of my respect for that. And I mean, in terms of the way they play, I really like Kawhi Leonard. Kawhi Leonard, he's one of my favorite players. Not my absolute favorite, but he's one of my favorite players. I enjoy watching Kawhi Leonard. Playoff P, pandemic P. Oh my gosh. Paul George, another factor that goes with the inconsistency. We don't know what we're going to get from Paul George. Sometimes we might get a 30 piece. Sometimes we might get a 13 piece. Like, it's no telling. The game should not be, when you're the co-star, tell me this. I'll put it this way. Tell me this. Is Reggie Jackson a co-star or is it Paul George? Like, which one is it? Because if you're the co-star, you should be right up there next to the superstar, which is Kawhi Leonard. You and him should be out there giving buckets. Like, y'all should be going hand in hand, giving buckets. But it wasn't that. It was Kawhi Leonard and Reggie Jackson. like, what's the deal, man? So that's really my biggest, largest pet peeve with the Los Angeles Clippers is the inconsistency. And credit to the Dallas Mavericks, because that's not a bad team. When I say all of this stuff about the Los Angeles Clippers, I'm not doubting or I'm not throwing shade on the Dallas Mavericks. Clearly, we've seen that they can play, and they're a great, like, combined unit team. And an example of a co-star, Luka Doncic. You got him right there. He's balling. He's doing whatever he can. And then you got Tim Hardaway Jr. Like, the co-star is supposed to be Porzingis, but clearly Tim Hardaway Jr. is the one that's been stepping up, doing what he has to do, trying to get the job done. Porzingis, completely different story. Damn near kind of on the same Paul George inconsistency factor. One minute you might have him throw up 20-something. He might make a good amount of threes, and then the next time he's not doing nothing. He's not doing nothing. And that's with the Clippers. The thing that will shoot them in the foot is inconsistency. So if they go on to the Western Conference Finals, following that they beat the Dallas Mavericks, possibly, I don't know what the hell about to happen. At this point, I don't know what type of players I'm about to get. Paul George, I don't know if I'm going to get Pandemic P, Playoff P. They damn near the same people. Pandemic P, Play Awful P. There we go. That's the one I was looking for. I don't know if I'm going to get Pandemic P, Play Awful P, or Playoff P. So that's what's really gonna determine the Game 7 and who wins. So I'm losing my mind with the Clippers. I don't know if I really want them to win because to me, you should not handpick your competition and then they still come around fighting and still. And like, how do you handpick your competition and almost lose? That I can't wrap my head around it. That makes no sense. You deserve to lose in that case. So I guess I'm on record saying that I damn near want the Dallas Mavericks to win. But I don't want the Dallas Mavericks to win at the same time for the simple factor that the Clippers, they have stardom on their team. And I want to see a good series between them and whoever they may go on to play, if they even advance. So, you know what? I don't have a side. I don't have I don't have a side. It's done, man. I don't have a side. I'm not picking between the Dallas Mavericks and the Los Angeles Clippers. So either way it goes, however that series turned out, I'm gonna check back in with y'all, and that's how we gonna determine who wins and what's the outcome of that. I'm not about to sit here and tell you the Clippers are gonna win. I'm not about to sit here and tell you that the Dallas Mavericks is gonna win, because truthfully, I don't know. And then I don't want y'all to go out here and parlay, go on FanDuel, go on DraftKings. No. Y'all not about to be listening to me and then talking about, oh, well, damn, Manny, you said the Clippers was going to win. No, we not doing that. We're not doing that at all. Y'all not about to go make some bets and then come back to me, be on my Twitter. I am Manny Wilson. Y'all not going to be on my Twitter talking about what's the deal. You said the Clippers was going to win. I put $40 on the Clippers, or I put $300 on the Clippers and they lost. Like, first off, if you betting that much money on that inconsistent of a team, you need to rethink where you're putting your money, my guy or my gal, whatever the case may be. Anyway, with that being said, man, check out therunusa.com. That's our website. And send this podcast to anybody who you think may enjoy this episode. So if you got some people out there who are going for the Clippers, I don't know who the hell is Clippers fans at this point. That's kind of insane. If you got anybody who's Clippers fans, or you got somebody who want to hear me talk about the Bucks and say how they need to get their stuff together, stop turning the damn ball over, whatever the case may be, send this to them. Or if you just want to troll, man, if you just want to troll and send them this part where I'm talking about LeBron is on his way to Cancun. If you just want to troll, go ahead and send this podcast to him, man. But until then, follow me on Twitter at I am Manny Wilson. Follow the Instagram at The Run Podcast. And before you go, I genuinely want to say, have a great day. Have a great day, man. Enjoy this weather. It's summertime. If you got allergies, take some Zyzol. Summertime. Check out therunusa.com. Until then, I will see y'all later. Y'all have a great day.